Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the Daily SPY Report for Friday, December 31st, 2021, the last day of the year. Before I jump into the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like. If you like the Daily SPY Report, if you watch it, please click like each and every time. It does help a great deal with the search engine results we get on Wicked Stocks with regard to the SPY, the S&P 500, so forth and so on, analysis. And subscribe. Subscribing to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel will provide you notification each and every time new content has been uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, and that's the Daily SPY Report, the Daily Triple Q Report. They both go out by around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Chicago, each and every trading day for the next trading day. So seeing these when they come out, it has them relevant for you in terms of trading, obviously. And also, we have the weekly DIA, the Dow Jones ETF, the weekly IWM, the Russell 2000. Soon to be coming here in the next week or two is a weekly Bitcoin. We also put out a stock pick a week. All of those are available to you and more timely if you subscribe, because you'll see them as they are delivered. So let's jump into the charts. You're familiar with this chart if you've been watching the Daily SPY Report for the last few days. You do know that I had a meaningful 2 to 3 week buy signal when we closed, what was that, Monday, above the 474.89 channel top. And that still is in effect. But the market has been topping out nicely this week at the 478.99 level. It started out as an intraday containment, I think, on Monday, Tuesday, to a session containment level. Now I've beefed it up to a 2-star resistance area, and I've reduced the 474.89 to a 2-star support. And let me tell you why. Not only because 78.99 has been holding nicely, but we almost put out a key reversal high on Thursday. We put out a new all-time high, 479 even, the highest the SPY has ever recorded, a high price. And we came back and, in the last 15 minutes of the day, we almost closed below Thursday's 475.92 low. We did not close below it, though. We did put out a mini reversal high, is what I call it. New high, new all-time high, and then we closed negative on the day. And FYI, we did the same thing on Tuesday without any sell-off. So what am I doing? If you take a look at the support and resistance, you can see they're both weighted 2 stars. In other words, 2-star support at 474.89 can contain selling, say, into the middle of next week, 2 to 3 day lows, and the same is true with 478.99, 2 to 3 day highs. Now, if I had to choose, what is the 2 to 3 week outlook right now? I would still say constructive above 474.89. Still anticipating the upper 480s over the next few weeks. But I think I've mentioned as much, or alluded to it, at least in recent reports, that if we close above 478.99, a sigh of relief from being long above the 474.89 area. And so if you're not long now, if you're a position trader who holds positions overnight, 3 to 5 day swing trader, 2 to 3 week trader, so forth and so on, and you haven't got long yet, and you're looking to bottom pick perhaps that 474.89 area, you can certainly have at it, or you could also just wait for a settlement above 478.99, because I think that will give us sort of the secondary buy signal that will provide follow-through buying probably by the end of next week, where we would then reach that 488.09 channel top, which is really a part of a long-term range of resistance that begins at 486.61. 486.61 is the long-term trend line projected off that August 20 high that contained beautifully the September highs. We also rallied to within 1% of it in late October, early November. We fell off nicely again at that point in time. And so it is an area, I still call it a 2 to 3 week target above 474.89. But just truth be told, if we close above 478.99, it'll be a sigh of relief on my end, where we'll have probably within just a week, 2 at the very most, bullish continuation into that significant upper 480s, where we can top out once again, perhaps through January and into February, and from there fall off in the weeks to follow. And inversely, if we were to close above 488 478.09. We have what I would call bullish continuation. To call it a buy signal in the midst of a long-term bull market is a bit of a misnomer, if you will. But closing above 488.09 should add a more protracted, continuous rally through Q1 and into Q2. And I think I've mentioned the 550s on up as the next big picture objective if we close above 488.09 in the coming weeks. Let's take a look at the downside. If we break 474.89 today, we could, being a Friday at all, fall all the way back to 468.36. And if we close below 474.89 by the end of next week, perhaps, it could take a little longer, but by the end of next week, we could fall all the way back to 460.41. And once again, closing below 474.89 should provide kind of a 2 to 3 week sign of weakness. I think I've mentioned that something that I learned years ago with regard to a technical analysis. It used to be, that if we close back below 474.89, I was just missing something. Well, no, this is a textbook channel structure, and it should be bullish over the next 2 to 3 weeks above 474.89. But the market doesn't have to listen to technical analysis or any other template you apply over it, whether it's moving averages or whatever it might be. I mean, there are so many different methodologies out there. And so, it's how you react. When the market rejects a buy signal, as it would if it were to close today below 474.89, it's telling us something, that it's not interested in continuing up into the 480s anytime soon, and that, we've got some trapped longs up here who need to sort of bail, and that will add weight to the market into next week. And I do see then the failed buy signal being a valid sign of weakness over the next 2 to 3 weeks into the lower 450s. This 452.90, I think, becomes a 2 to 3 week objective if we close today below 474.89. The 460.41 level is a 5/8 Fibonacci downside retracement from the early December low against this week's, actually Thursday's high, and that would be in reach perhaps by the end of next week if we close below the 474.89 formation, and once again 452.90, a 2 to 3 week objective if we close today below 474.89. So I think I'm just going to leave you with the support and resistance levels for today. All the minor points are carefully chosen. If you're an aggressive day trader, have at them because they are something. There's something there, whether it's a line study or a Fibonacci, whatever the case might be. But once again, closing above 478.99, upper 480s expected probably by the end of next week, and closing below 474.89, failed 2 to 3 week buy signal, in essence a valid sign of weakness into mid-January, and we could over the next 2 to 3 weeks fall all the way back into the lower 450s. And that's it. Please click like if you like the Daily SPY Report. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. I'll be back Sunday afternoon for Monday's Daily SPY Report. You have a great weekend.